So as most of you guys probably know, I am a college student. And if you'd watched my last story time, then you would already know that I graduated from the first year. And using basic maths, that now means I am a second year student. But of course, that means there's a bunch of new first years that join. And now that I'm a little bit older and now that I'm an outsider looking in, first years can be so fucking cringy. I mean, to be fair to them, they did just come out of high school. And I mean, the age gap between us is only 1 year, so I mean, it's not that bad. But still, there definitely is a difference in maturity levels. I mean, I still see some of the first year guys running around like it's fucking recess. I mean, some of them still wear fucking kickers even though there's no dress code. And they just do a bunch of goofy, funny high school shit that none of us really do anymore, because you know, we're not in fucking high school. But even when I was a first year, I wasn't doing any of that shit. I mean, I was too busy simping over a girl with red hair. But you know, I can't really blame anyone for just trying to have some fun. Now, with these storytime videos, I realized that I can't just keep digging up stories from the past, because eventually I'm gonna run out. Which is why, going into the second year, I decided to do some interesting shit to get some interesting stories. But unfortunately, nothing really interesting happens apart from Portuguese people fighting over chicken wings. So I just said, fuck it, unless somebody gets called fat over Kahoot again, I'm not gonna get another story time. Which was unfortunate because I actually kind of like making these videos. Compared to my other ones, these ones aren't complete fucking torture. So I said, oh well, I'm just gonna go back to college and just walk around and do the same shit that I do every fucking day. So me and my friends would just walk around, then we take a turn to go towards the canteen, but then we see some fucking weird shit happening right outside the gaming room. And yes, I know gaming room sounds cool, but it fucking sucks. It stinks in there, there's a switch and all they do is play Smash. Half the fucking controllers are broken and I'm pretty sure that somebody nutted or drooled on one of the seats. But outside the gaming room, there was this group of girls, right? And two of the girls were on the floor and it looked like they were crying. So all my friends walked right past, they were like, nope, none of our business, fuck that. And last year I would have done the exact same thing, but of course, I had to know what the fuck was going on. So I stopped, I'm like, hey guys, are you guys alright? Like, what's happening? And one of the girls got up and turns out that they were laughing the whole time and I thought they were crying. And she got up and she was like, yeah, we're good, we're just flooring each other. And in my head, I'm like, oh fuck. They're on that first year shit. So then I'm just like, oh, okay, and then I evacuate the area as soon as possible. I don't want to be seen with a bunch of first year girls wrestling in the corridor. It's not a very good look. And my friends were like 2 feet away. They were like, thank fuck it's over, now let's leave. So as we're leaving, as we're walking away, the one girl who was still on the floor stood up and she was like, hey, do you want to play? Oh, and by the way, if you guys don't know what flooring is, it's basically a game where you grapple each other till someone falls on the floor. It's pretty self-explanatory. And of course, I didn't want to actually play this with her because she might get fucking hurt. So then I just tell her, I'm just like, no, I'm good. Then I just kept walking. And she was being very playful. She was like, oh, what, are you scared? And my friends start looking at me. They're laughing like, bro's getting disrespected. And I'm just like, fucking hell. So then I ask her, why me? Why me out of all of my friends here? Why would you pick me? And I don't know if she was joking when she said this, but she was smiling. She was like, it was because I looked the weakest. And I'm sorry, there's no fucking way. Listen, one of my friends who was there, he becomes a main character in a minute, but one of my friends who was there, his name is Leo. He looks 10 billion times weaker than me, bro. Sorry, Leo. Then I point at him, I'm just like, what about him? And the first girl who got up, because there was 2 of them, and the first girl who got up, she was like, yeah, I'll take Leo on. So now we're in this 2v2 situation, which now turned out in my favor, because if we both get dropped, now the embarrassment is shared. Also because his girl looked way stronger than my one. So just as I'm about to get ready, just as I take my bag off, she shits herself. She's like, oh, sorry, this was a mistake. Also because I look kind of short from a distance, but when I'm close up, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm 6'1". Then she turns to all her friends, they start laughing and giggling and stuff, and then me and Leo were just like, oh, that was a waste of fucking time. So then me and my friends leave to go to the corner shop or convenience store or whatever the fuck you call it. So once we get all our drinks and all the shit that we got, we go back inside the building and then we cross paths with the group of girls again. So in my head, I'm just like, well, what the fuck do I do? Do I say hi? I don't even know their fucking names. So then I look at what Leo's doing and Leo looks like he's about to walk right past. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. So as I'm walking past, she taps me on the shoulder and she's like, hey, tomorrow me and you are gonna fight. So then I try and keep it as smooth as possible. I'm just like, okay, anytime, any place. Then she turns to all her friends and she's like, yay guys, I got a date. And I'm just like, what the fuck just happened? I went from me and my friends walking around to the canteen to now having a fucking fight schedule. And I don't know how the fuck a fight can be considered a date, but I don't know anything about what the fuck's going on nowadays anyway. So fast forward to the next day, right? I completely forgot about fucking everything. I kind of just chalked it up to be one of the random filler episodes of my life. So I go to class as usual, class ends as usual, and I go to just take a piss, right? Then I finish up, I go outside, and then one of my friends tells me, I think it was Leo was like, oh, you need a ring walk. I'm like, ring walk? What the fuck are you talking about? So I step outside and I see all of them, all the group of girls and all of my friends just there. And I'm just like, for fuck's sake, do we have to do this right now? But there was like 20 of us. 20 people came out to fucking see this. And conveniently enough, I had to be using the fucking toilet right near the boxing gym. And of course the boxing gym had to be open and fucking empty for anyone to just walk in. So we all walk in, I get in the ring, she gets in the ring, and I'm not gonna lie, okay, this shit was actually kind of fun. I've never had this much hype before. So then she genuinely tries to tackle me to the ground, and bro, she failed miserably. Then she like grabs on me, tries to pull me down, and like that failed too. Then she tried to swipe my legs, but that also failed. Then she was like, oh fuck, he's too strong. And I'm not gonna lie, that was a confidence boost. My confidence went through the fucking roof after she said that. And I was feeling a bit like Vegeta in that moment. I was like, you could double your strength right now and I could still beat you with ease. And then the first girl was outside the ring. She was like, oh, so you can take two of us now? And I'm like, of course. Is that even a question? So then the first girl jumps in the ring, so now it's a 2v1. And now they're both doing every single technique in the book to try and drop me. And at this point in time, this shit was so fucking funny, bro. They couldn't move me a fucking inch. Everyone was laughing, even their own fucking friends were laughing at this shit. So then after 5 minutes of them just completely fucking failing, I'm just like, you know what? Let's end this, okay? It really has been fun, but I've got lesson in 5 minutes, so let's wrap this up. Then they both got completely fucking body slammed into the canvas. I'm joking. That part was a joke. I only dropped the one that challenged me. The other one I just kind of just left standing there. Fuck, I got all the way into this video without giving either of them name. Alright, so the girl that challenged me, her name is H, and the other one is called Green. So then me and my friends had lessons, so we had to part ways. I had to make sure H was okay because she did get dropped pretty fucking hard. And I was only using 1% of my true power. But it was all good. We all had a fun time. I mean, H was laughing, Green was laughing, everything was good. And I know you're thinking, okay, oh, Murasaki L Riz. Bro, listen, I'm not sure what else you wanted me to do. Do you want me to actually like beat them up? Like, what the fuck do I do? I mean, I've never actually been in that situation before, so it was a bit like what the fuck? But then we all parted ways because me and my friends had lesson and her friends looked like a very satisfied audience. So whilst I'm in class, I'm sitting there thinking, well, that was weird. I really just indulged myself in some first year activity. But I mean, to be fair to them, they weren't that cringy. I mean, H was actually pretty cool. So whilst I'm sitting there in lesson, Leo starts disclosing a plan about how he's gonna spit game to Green. And then for a second, I actually begin to use the complex parts of my brain. If Leo starts spitting game to Green, then maybe I should spit some game to H. Only problem is, I have absolutely zero fucking riz. I mean, I know I sound like a confident speaker and all, but honestly, if you put me in front of any attractive female, I will fumble my words harder than a pedophile's penis in a primary school. But nevertheless, since Leo was feeling very confident, I decided to put that confidence in myself as well. And what's there to be scared of? I mean, we literally just had a physical fight an hour ago. So lesson ends, we go outside and start walking around and do absolutely nothing as per usual. But this time, there's actually a quest for me to complete. Speak to Hay. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I kinda didn't want to see her. I don't know, I just feel like it would have been really awkward. But as we're walking past the library, lo and behold, H and Green fucking spawn out of nowhere. God has a funny way of making people you don't want to see appear right in front of your face. And then all of my friends, we assumed battle positions, bro. So it was me and Leo at the front, two of my friends in the back, so it was me and Leo who approached H and Green. And then they start walking with us, so Green is like in the mix with Leo and those guys in the back. And then me and H were two walking at the front. And I was like, oh fuck, okay, so it's just one-on-one. It's all up to me. I cannot fold here. If I stutter once, it's over. If I say the wrong thing once, it's over, because no one else is in this conversation. And I don't know if this was planned, but all of them started to walk really slowly, and I didn't realize, so me and H were like way in front. And I'm not gonna lie, okay, the conversation was so smooth that my brain went on autopilot. And then blah blah blah, a lot of shit happens, but it's kind of irrelevant to the story. We mainly just stay as a group and we just keep walking and talking. And then that is the end of the school day. So we go outside and H, Green, and Leo were all gonna go home. But I was staying back because one of my friends was gonna come out the building, so we had to wait for him. But then H was like, oh no, you should come with us. And I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for my guy. Then she literally said, round 2, let's go. Then she tried to physically pull me off the campus. But we already know what happened with round 1, so you know how that went. Then Leo, H, and Green leave. Then me and my friends chill for a bit. My other friend comes out, we all chill for a bit. So around half an hour passes. So like the day is done now. It's like 4:30. We're all gonna head home. So we're all heading home. We're all going our separate ways on some Stardust Crusaders shit. And just as I'm about to leave, I see two people from outside of college who I really don't want to talk to. So with that information, I decide to go through the back gate of the school, which I've never gone through, by the way. And as I'm walking towards the gate, I'm thinking, this was a W day. I can't wait to make a video on this. And in the distance, I see 3 people coming back into the school building through the back gate. And just before I could recognize who it was, they all start waving at me like they know me. And lo and behold, it was Leo, H, and Green. And I'm thinking in my head, you can't make this shit up. What kind of anime shit is this? I mean, I never go this way ever, and the one time I do, I see all the 3 people that I was interacting with today. So then we all reunite, and then Leo is like, hey man, H wanted to get your Snapchat. And in my head, I'm just like, GG bro, she won. She won, she won. She really waited half an hour just to come back into the building just to get my snap, man. And it turns out that me and her both take the same bus, so we were both on the same bus ride, and it was a very wholesome end of the episode. But anyways guys, this is in fact the end of the video, and to all of you thinking I have a girlfriend, then you are sorely mistaken. Bro, I already fumbled it, okay? I already fumbled it. Why did she leave? But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, and if you didn't, feel free to degrade me in the comments. I know my videos are getting longer and longer, but I appreciate you guys for watching all the way through anyways. Until next time, make sure to drink your water and get enough sleep at night. Okay, goodbye.